Hi and welcome to my video. I'm so excited. I have been wanting this for so long and now it is here. Special notebook just for me. And I'm gonna set it up today. I've been watching so many videos of people setting up their Stalogy. I think it's Daxina who has inspired a lot of people using especially this Stalogy notebook in a specific way with lots of decorations and tip-in pages with vellum and transparencies and covers and all the things. And even before that, I knew I wanted a notebook with really thin pages. Grid. I love grid so much, and I always wanted for my bullet journal, and I thought I could use this as like a combo of a bullet journal, planner, and my diary. So that's what we're doing today. We're setting it up and decorating the pages. So I hope you want to join me. Maybe if you're new to Stalogy, I should tell you about it. Like I said, really thin Tombow River-like pages that should take ink and watercolors from what I've heard. This is in the size B6, which is something we don't have here in the Nordic countries. I think it's more in Asia, Japan. This is a Japanese brand. This is an A5, so let's just compare. This is smaller than an A5, maybe a centimeter or two. You can see the sizes here, as well as how many pages. 365 pages in one notebook, which is a lot. This is my previous planner, bullet journal. It has dot grid papers and it's still not full, even though I started it in 2019. So, and it just has 250 pages or something like that. So as you can see, 365, it's a lot more, and it's still thinner, even though this is bulked up quite a bit, but it was like that in the beginning. So in the B6 size, you get a 5mm grid, thin gray, and it also comes with a timeline at the top, where you can see, where you can mark month, day, and date, in case you want to use that, but it's really tiny, so most people don't use it, I think. It also have a hour mark here if you want to use it as a daily planner. It starts at 7 o'clock and ends at 11 o'clock, 23 hours at night. So you can use it as that if you want to. So that's what it is, and that's how it looks, and I'm really excited about it and a bit nervous. I don't know, I've just watched too many setting up videos, and before I bought it I watched people setting up A5, B6, A3, and couldn't decide. I was thinking about doing an A3, which is like even smaller, but I landed on this very odd size. So I don't have a cover for mine. I don't have anything specific for B6. So we're just gonna go with it like it is and see how that ends up. I probably will make a traveler's notebook cover, similar thing to use as my cover to protect it, since it has pliable cardstock cover, and I'm really used to these kind of sturdy notebooks, and oftentimes I write in my knee, so we'll see how this goes. Just sitting with my notebook like that and writing, but I think it's small enough that you can support it with your hand if you're just journaling. If you're doing any grid kind of stuff, I'm sure you'll probably need to sit at a desk, which I'm doing now, and I'm really excited to have you here. I've taken some notes here of things that I know that I think I want. I mean, I have no idea. If you're starting something new or new again, because I know I like some of these things. I know I want a movie and TV series tracker because I love writing down what I've watched and making some notes about it so I remember. I want a wish list, maybe a vision board, I don't know. A list of things to write about because I want to start writing more, which is also including posts for my blog. I want to have a health tracker and just the regular bullet journal stuff like future log, and I'm starting this for June, and I'll go to December, I think. I'm not sure I will fill it, how quickly I will fill it, or like, especially if I'm using it as a diary. And we're jumping to voiceover, Ihana. Hi, it's a bit later and I need to talk you through this video because when I started to getting into where I wanted the different sections in this Basics Stalogy journal notebook that I'm setting up in this video, I just forgot to talk. So I adding the talking afterwards, and I'm speeding some parts of it up and I'm slowing some of them down, or just showing you them in normal speed. I mean, they're not in slow-mo, I promise, even though this video is very long. It took me a couple of days to do the different sections, and why I want to talk you through it is because I want to recommend everyone to do a little bit of planning. Have a page or paper to the side with the different sections, and then plan out accordingly what you want to add in, what you might want to add in later on, and so on. So that's what we're doing first. And then I saw this idea and I loved it. It's a washi tape end paper. So I'm bringing out my washi tapes and I'll just jump cut to the finished product, and I will show how to make it and talk a little bit more about the inspiration for it in another video. So not to make this super long, because this took quite a while to make, but look at it. It's so pretty. So if you want to do something similar and have some ideas about it, because I haven't seen any tutorials on how to make this, maybe there are lots of them out there, but I haven't seen them, so I made a video about that as well, and it's coming, or you'll find it. So I used my favorite tapes and my idea to make a Hello Kitty kawaii cute themed notebook. So I started with all my favorite tapes in the beginning, and then I made headers on an app. It is called Pic Collage. I've had it for many years and I use it to make collages of different photos together for the blog or for Instagram, and then I made headers for my different sections. So I marked out the sections with little post-it notes, and after all the sections I'm going to have a Dear Diary section where I will be doing journaling. So I wanted to set up all the other pages like the index. It's going to be a table of content, of course, because that's what I want to start with, and to like make the pages. Like I said, I used Piccollage. I just downloaded a pretty repeat pattern, and then I wrote out my titles for the different pages on that background. And I'm so into stars right now, so I want everything to be star themed as well, and kawaii, like really cute and girly, and that's just what I wanted. So I made different ones for each of the months, and I've added in some icons that are available in the Piccollage app. So I will link to everything that I remember to link to in my blog post when I post this video, so you will know the different colors of these two papers is because one is on printed paper that I need to use my glue stick, and the other one is on sticker paper. So I'm not going to be measuring a lot or just being precise. That's not what I'm all about. I'm about getting things done. So I'm going in with my scissors and starting with cutting out the first header, which is Ihana's index, which is where I will be writing the page numbers and where you can find the different sections. Like when I start to journal for June, I will write June and then the page number, and I will add in page numbers as well into this notebook because it doesn't have printed. That's the only downside, I think. It doesn't have page numbers, so I need to add that in. I definitely don't feel like page number is a necessity in any notebook that you're choosing to journal in, especially if you tabs. You'll always find the sections that are most important really quickly, and you don't really need to refer to the page numbers a lot. But I feel since I started bullet journaling, I'm really fond of having them in and just adding some information at the beginning of each notebook of what is inside. I feel that it will help me in years to come when I look at this and I'm wondering, where was I, or what did I add into this notebook? Is there something I need to refer to? So that's why I am adding in this section. And this is on sticker paper, so it's just peel off and stick it down, and I love how it looks. It's so cute with that starry pink header and the little pea stuff, which I thought was appropriate for the times we're in, because that's something I'm really wishing for. So should we start bringing out some pens perhaps? I just realized that I haven't even done a pen test, so I will try to do that as well. These are the ones that I have in my pencil case right now, so we're gonna try a couple of these. I've ordered some new pens together with my Stalogy that I know I want to try. For example, the Energel pens. I bought a pack of different colors and with white pen cases, and I really like both how they look and how they write. I can tell you already, even though I'm just opening the packages here. It has a red, a blue, a purple, and a black in that package, and I'm definitely starting with trying out the black one. My previous favorite pen is the Hi-Tech C. It's an 04 pen that I've been writing with for years. I love it, and I definitely still love it and will keep using it occasionally. But I just felt like for some reason that I wanted to try some other black pens. Black is my favorite colors to write with, and I thought this was a bit too thin for writing over the grid page. It's I usually have blank pages, so then you can write with any pen and it will be super visible. So I wanted to try some other pens, and I will give you some good recommendations for pens after I finish the test here. This is just for fun, and I really wanted to show you this pen. I haven't talked about it before, but I have a couple of them, and they're absolutely my favorite metallic glitter gel pens. Hybrid dual metallic in different colors. They shift colors in when you move the papers around. I love doodling with them. I don't use them for writing at all, so I don't know why I included it in the pen test here, but I wanted to show you the pen so you can try it out yourself. So for the test for the bleed through, the Energel pen did bleed through the most, and it's not one I will use, even though I love the black of it. It's a bit too thick, but my favorite, it writes so smoothly, is the Uniball Signo 05. I haven't tried this before, but I'm in love, and I've kept writing with it in my journal, and I absolutely love it. It feels so buttery to write with, and it doesn't skip on this paper, and I mean it shows a bit through. It's the second line from top, but yeah, someone recommended, and I'm so sorry I don't remember who it was, but I bought a couple, and I've already when this voiceover is made, finished one, so I wrote with it for an entire month in my diary. So definitely a favorite. I will link it in the blog post as well, so you can find your own if you want to try it out. So now we're setting up the index, and since I don't have a grid notebook similar to this one, I'm just winging all of it, just giving it a try. But I thought an index could be good in 2 columns, just because the titles of the pages are quite short and you can fit quite a lot. So I'm making 2 columns, and then I'm making 4 columns, I guess. So the first one is for the titles, and the second one and the fourth one will be for the page numbers, so it's easy to reference and see. And then it's time to do some decorating. Where shall we add this beautiful sticker? I love this one. It was sent to me in Happy Mail, and I just wanted to use it on a page. So since we're having several pages of index, I thought I could use up a bit of this with some starting out decoration. So I'm adding in a hand, vintage looking sticker with holding a rose, and I thought it was nice. Speaking of decorations, let's move on from the index page to the intro page. And this is a super fun page that I was inspired, or actually all of this set up and these ideas are inspired by Sarah Jane of Messy and Beautiful, who has a Stalogy, who has lots of videos on her beautiful way of using it and setting it up, and I've been binge watching her old videos. And yes, I can admit it, I've been feeling really jealous of her enormous stash of stickers and beautiful washi tape, but also I'm feeling inspired to use my own little, really small and humble stash of things more. And that's what I'm aiming to do with this notebook. Not just making the first couple of pages pretty, but really making all the pages pretty, even though it's just going to be for me and the diary pages will not be shown to anyone. So back to the intro page. I'm calling it the intro page. You can call it whatever you want, but it's just the start of the notebook. and hers is just using a lot of stickers, just random sticking down stickers on a page, and just for the sake of using your sticker stash, and maybe adding a background paper, some lettering, and doing some stuff. So that's what I wanted to do. I'm using this printed Hello Kitty pattern, and definitely do not recommend using your glue stick on the Stalogy paper. Later on I tried to add it to the paper I was sticking in instead, and that worked a lot better. You saw there it got quite wrinkly, and I smoothed most of it out, but yeah, was not a good idea to add glue stick to the actual notebook, but instead do it on the piece of paper that you're sticking in. But the header is on sticker paper, so that makes it really easy to stick down. I usually don't even use the sticker paper I have because I'm trying to save it. I don't know for what, but for a rainy day perhaps. So I'm just gonna call it Ihanna's Stalogy, this spread. And of course, if you don't want to do your own header labels digitally, or you don't have a printer, you can definitely just add different labels and write or letter out your titles. Or you can do like Sardine do in her notebook and use stickers, letter stickers, and just find the right letters for all the words. But I have never been interested in buying that kind of things for my stash, and I feel like it's a waste of money actually, because you need so many stickers to make like all of these headers, and I don't have the patience to do it. So I just really enjoyed doing it on my phone, bringing it over to the computer and printing the labels, and that's that, and they're done, and I have them and I can print them new again, and that doesn't cost me more than one sticker sheet of and some print ink, instead of buying sticker letters and stuff, even though I love stickers. And I don't have any big stickers either. Like I was feeling like the intro page maybe needs something big and awesome. So these are prints from the internet, but I wasn't sure how to use them. So we're gonna look through this sticker book that I ordered from Amazon. It's not a favorite, and all of them are a little bit too plasticky to be used in a notebook, according to me, but some are really cute. The deer, the dogs with glasses, but I mean there's so many silly ones, and the gross ones. I don't know, why would you want these stickers, or wear poop emoji and just smelly stuff? I don't know. Maybe it's fun for kids. I have no use for them. And there are even stickers in this book that says no school. So they're definitely not for people my age, like this one. And so maybe I'm just 40 years too old for this sticker book. But I bought it, and I got some letter stickers and some, I don't know, some are fun and some are just silly, and I have no use for them, so I'll have to find a kid to give them to. But anyway, I thought I could try to letter out the year, but of course there are no two doubles of any of these, so you'll have to be a bit creative. So I'm using this set as my first number 2 in 2024, and it doesn't look great. But when am I gonna use a set anyway? So I just thought I'd just better start using these. They've been just waiting in the wings for some place to stay. I just feel like they're perfect to decorate like a water bottle or the outside of a notebook. But my water bottle does not need stickers, and I'm starting this notebook without decorating the outside cover just yet. Maybe I'll add a sticker once it's done, but for now, I didn't feel like doing sticker bombing on this one. I have done sticker bombing on previous, like a Moleskine notebook, and I love how that looked. But for nostalgia, I kind of wanted it to be a little bit of elegance to the outside and the crazy, cute Hello Kitty theme inside. So let's look for some stickers to use. The cats, I love. These are just stupid. These, I don't know, these feel like magazine images that I could cut out of a magazine, which I do all the time when I'm doing art journaling, which is what this channel is mostly about, doing creative stuff in notebooks, which is something I love doing, but I have been holding back from decorating my diary because it's just for me, and why would I spend time decorating it when I'm just needing to write in it? That's what I've been thinking, but that's wrong. It's for me, and I can use my stuff for me in my diary or journal or planner or whatever, and that's what I decided. So here's a close-up of the 2024 or the said 24. I don't know. And you'll see a little bit later that I'm doing this setup for June. So I'm posting this a lot later because I got busy during summer. I've journaled in this notebook every day, and I've had so much fun decorating the pages, and just loving the paper, that pen that I mentioned, all the trackers that we're gonna be adding in a bit, and yeah, so the voiceover and sitting by the computer talking just got further and further away from me. But now I'm finally doing it and posting this video, and I hope you don't mind that the setup is for months that has passed. I don't think it matters because I wanted to post it for beginners and people who might be hesitant on how to start, because I was hesitant to get started on filling my pristine and beautiful new notebook this time. I think it's because I've been watching so many planner girls setting up their own beautiful, sometimes really thought out and themed notebooks, that I was like, I don't have all of those beautiful washi tapes. I don't have letter stickers. I don't have I haven't bought any planner girl stickers specifically. I just have these old stickers that my mom bought and some stuff I printed from the internet. And I have washi tape that is maybe 10 years old, and I just have a few of those that I absolutely love, and a lot of washi tape that I'm just like meh about. But instead of ordering 1,000 things or procrastinating for forever, I decided to jump in, make a plan, and even film it and share it. And making this page with different kind of things, I can say I absolutely do not like it. It just looks messy. I don't know. It doesn't look like anything I've seen. It's definitely very Ihana. I even added in a quote that I don't even remember where it's from. And the set really bothers me. It's not at all looking like a 2. But it's in the notebook. I'm going to turn the page when it's done, and I've filled all the spaces with little bits and some more washi tape or this is deco tape actually. Plastic tape, but with colors. So, I mean, and I think I learned things while doing this. I learned what I like and what I should have done differently, maybe. So the next setup page will look a lot better. And I love the pink dotted paper background on the left side. And I'm just looking to see what else we can add in. These are die cuts of little pet shop animals with lots of glitter, but I decided not to use those and instead keep looking for stickers. I love how these look, but they're not at all on like what I was aiming for with my cute Hello Kitty style. So I don't think they actually go, and they're old, so they're kind of peeling off the sticker paper. But yeah, I decided to use one because I have it, and this little croc, he can live here, and that's okay, even though he doesn't go with anything else on the page. That's what I wanted to say. Use what you have. Bring out all the stuff and surround yourself with cute stuff if that's what you like, or elegant, or minimalistic, or whatever, and make your pages. Notebooks should bring you joy and not stress. And even though I stressed a lot before I started, I feel like once I got into it, I was so happy. I just kept on adding cute stuff. This is one of the few Hello Kitty sticker sheets I have, and I have been saving it. I don't know for how many years, because it's so rare that I find something like this in a shop and buy it. So that's a way of hoarding, and hoarding is never good. So if I were to write a manifesto of this notebook or journal, I think I would include use the good stuff as well. Just to remind myself that it's okay to bring out all the cuteness and stick it down. So here you see you have the tiny little stickers left on this sheet because I was thinking of a plan on where to use them to make something specific, but then just no, it's time. I'm going to bring all of them out. So that's my idea for this notebook. Another idea is to kind of combine bullet journal ideas where we have the collections, and a collection is just the bullet journal name for lists. So making pages dedicated to lists is super fun because you will know where to find them in the beginning of your notebook, and also you have the index so you can refer back to them many times. And I will not fill out books to read because I log everything that I read or want to read in a Notion database, and I love Notion. It's super cool, and I have been using that as my book journal for many years, but I still wanted a book to read in case I come across some books or titles or authors that I want to just quickly jot down. That's what this page is for, and I'm actually making it into a whole spread just so that I can stick some stuff down and decorate the page as well. so it wouldn't be too crammed. And of course, the perfect thing with notebooks that are not dated or anything like that is that whenever this page or spread runs out and I fill it with books to read, I can just make another page to read, and at the bottom I will just do a little note, continued on page so and so, and then you can jump between this spread and the next one in case I need it, or if I run out of room in this notebook, I will do this spread in my next notebook if I need it. So that's one reason I love notebooks without dedicated pages for anything, actually. So you can just add in whatever you want whenever you want, and I think that is the benefit of a bullet journal. You never have blank pages. You don't risk having to backlog or do anything. So I'm just here thinking about adding some more washi tape to this spread, because that is also something I've seen and been inspired to do a lot more. And I want to use my washi tapes. I don't want to buy more and keep them tucked away. So I will definitely be making some more washi samplers to keep with my notebook in a little pouch, so that I can keep on adding borders and edges like that. This is one of my favorites. It's light pink and gold, and I think it's really beautiful. And you can see on the row there it's almost finished, so I think I'm due to buy a new gold one, because I've also been beyond being obsessed with strawberries, stars, Hello Kitty, and Stalogy notebooks. I've also been obsessing with everything that shimmer, shines, and glitters. So I think that is something I want to keep on finding and adding to my stash. Tapes with holographic or metallic shimmer to them. I just love how it looks. And I really want to learn how to do foiling. It's something that I'm really impressed by the look of, and I hope I will be able to try it out really soon. But anyway, let's keep on adding book related or reading related images. 2 cats to my first page, and then I found that I printed this graphic that I made for my blog once. I made like a wish list of books I wanted to read or thought that I wanted to read, just random books on creativity and such, which is what my blog is mostly about. So I love making book lists. Maybe you know the feeling if you're a book person. It's just fun to look at titles and both what you've read. I love documenting that, like I said before, and I love thinking ahead, planning out what I want to read in the future. So that's that page, and then this page got done TV series and films, decorated it a bit with more tutorial and some strawberry shortcake image sticker that I had, as well as the Netflix, which is where I watch most movies, I think. And then that is how I continue through the book, setting up different lists and pages. The feel good list was an idea that I have to write a list of things that make me feel good. And I wanted to decorate it with something that I know is really beneficial to all of us. It's sleeping. So I added in the Hello Kitty sleeping image on this page, and the things that I want to write down is like things like journaling, which is what this notebook is mostly about, but also a little bit about looking ahead and thinking about what I need to do and what I should be doing with my days. So I want to add the list in right now because I hadn't thought about it enough what I wanted to write, but I wanted a space for it in the beginning of my notebook so that I can refer back to it when I'm feeling like low or don't know what to do. A little bit of a pick-me-up list maybe, with ideas on how to make myself feel better. One of the things I definitely will write on that list is doing something creative, like bringing out my washi tapes and stickers and decorating stuff and playing in my notebooks. And here's that sticker sheet again, just wasting my Hello Kitty stuff. I'm so proud of myself for doing that. So that's that page. Next page is a wish list. So not just books on my wish list. This is going to be items that I might not just splurge on in the moment, but want to think about and add to a list and see the finished list and consider what on this list I can splurge on. So I'm adding a little shopping cart, and I think that's the decoration I'll do, except for adding some pink tape at the bottom. And I love this ruler. I've seen this trick before, and I thought, well, I don't need to do that. I can just tear my tapes. But it's really fun to use a roller. And here's my art journal, my altered book art journal, where I've stuck down all the bits from the end paper washi end paper that I made. That is another video that you can watch of this one. So these are the little bits that I cut off, and I just wanted to stick them somewhere. So I brought out my art journal and made a start on a page, which is something you can do with your trash. So I also wanted a projects page. Not sure if maybe I should have done like 2 project pages, like ongoing and long-term ideas and plans, but I have idea lists coming up in this book as well. So just project, I'm thinking things I've started or I've got materials for that I want to start, like crocheting a granny square jumper for myself or cardigan, and making some traveler's notebooks and projects like that, like ideas on things that I've started or that I have stuff that I want to get to eventually. And my list is so long, so I'm making this a spread as well, I think, and it still will not fit all the things I want to do, because I've also got digital things, like I want to make photo books, I want to make this video and finish it and post it, and I want to share so many things online. So editing photos, making blog posts and books and products for the shop, and crafting. I started a new embroidery project with making little stitches, so it's just crazy inside my head. So this blank page is just representing of needing to put that space, to have a space to put that list somewhere where I can check it off or see how many ideas I have. So I continue the idea lists here. So I have one list, one page for writing ideas and one page for video ideas, so things I want to film. Maybe suggestions that you give me in the comments below on videos that you would like to see, or ideas that I myself have. One idea I have right now is to film this super cute pouch, or actually it's an entire little bag where I keep all my supplies, pens, glue stick, washi samplers, and this particular journal, so that I can carry all the things around with me when I'm at home and move around. And sometimes I take it all out to the balcony when it's summer, and I can sit there, drink my coffee, add some washi tea, do some journaling. I love it so much, and I want you to see it because it's so cute. So that's a video idea. A sticker, I need coffee, a pencil I found that I wanted to add into the writing ideas page, because I had the idea of writing 1,000 words, which was a project I read about online, but yeah, that didn't actually happen, even though I really wanted to. So this is what in bullet journaling is called a future log. So just showing the months at a glance that are coming up. So we're starting with a grid and making 3 months for each page. So the last half of the year. And if I need more before the journal is finished, which I don't think is going to happen, I will just, like I said, make another spread later on with those months. So this is for writing in birthdays that are coming up, or events, or if you're planning a vacation, or something is happening in October and you need a place to jot that down, or you have an idea on something you want to publish or make before October, then you write that in a spot in September. So I'm just counting the squares and trying to make an even space for those months. And yes, like I said, I haven't used this ruler as much, but I'm really enjoying it. I love a transparent ruler, especially with grids, so that you can see where you place it and if it's looking like it's where it's supposed to be. If you really hate drawing out lines and doing grids and taking all of this time to draw out a planner or calendar, you can definitely find a printable of whatever you want to do. If it's a tracker or a dated planner, undated, whatever you need, I'm sure it's out there in the correct size that you need it. If it's A5 or B6 or any of the regular notebook sizes, and even if it's not a regular notebook size that you need, you can resize it on the computer and print it in a size that fits your notebook. So there are many options if you don't feel like drawing a month out and looking up to dates and making a little planner yourself. But for me, I had the time to make this, and I really wanted to give it a try to set up a roll planner with lots of different spaces to add my lists and planning. So this calendar, future log, starts on July and goes all the way to December. Like I said, 6 months that are coming up. And I cut out the names of the months. I wrote them in Swedish. All the other headers, you might have noticed, is actually written in English, and I'm not sure why I did that. but it just felt like it, so I did. And then I decorated a little bit above the calendar, and I moved on to make a June intro page. So this is where June started, and unfortunately my camera was just super tired and cut all of the gluing of these things down, cut it out and didn't film. So sorry for not showing that, but it's just the same as previously. Adding in big background papers, the polka dots to the right and the strawberry paper to the left, and then adding in images on top of them. Hello Kitty images that I found and wanted to use some stickers. And since June was the month where my swap stopped, I have a DIY postcard swap on my blog. It will be starting again in the fall, so if you want to join and make your own postcard and get Happy Mail, you can join. So that's why I added the envelope to kind of symbolize that, and also lots of summary stickers. Or this, I think this is a printable from the Reset Girl from many years ago, I think. So I wanted to add some summer love into my pages, and I love how this spread came out. You absolutely don't have to have an intro page for every month if you don't want to. But yeah, if you love decorating, it could be fun. And I definitely just wanted to experiment with my stickers, washi, cute images that I've been hoarding. So that's why this spread was born, and I really like it. Let me know in the comments below if you felt inspired by seeing this page or any of these spreads I'm constructing in this notebook, because we're closing in on the end. I think this is the last page I will do, and yes, I have June pages to set up as well, but since this video is so long, I'm gonna be doing another one, and this is part 2. This is part 1, and the next one will be part 2. So if you want to see me making the monthly calendar, drawing that up, and talking a bit about journaling and writing in Astrology, then watch that video as well. I think because I had so much fun playing with all of my favorite things on my desk, I didn't realize how long I was filming and how much footage I'd have. So that's why it's taken me so long to get to doing this voiceover and sharing the video. But yeah, I had so much fun. I'm so in love with all of these pretty pages and the Astrology notebook. This page turned out so much better than the previous page that we made. I think you can tell how cohesive and nice this looks if you compare it to the previous started page. And then I want to continue doing lots of setting up in this Astrology, so that will be in video 2. Give me a strawberry emoji if you managed to watch all the way to the end. I think this is my longest video ever. And ask any questions, leave a comment, and give this video a thumbs up. And thank you so much for subscribing if you did. See you next time. Bye for now.